Okay, sorry about that. Had a phone call, wasn't expecting the phone call, had the phone off right now, so I should be right now. Okay, Y&R special from last night. Pros and cons. I already said some, okay. They had where they kind of highlighted some people that were on the show before, but they didn't really have them to interview them. So I don't know. I guess because they already did also, I should mention, I think I did before, but if I didn't, Soap Opera Digest did a whole book on the YNR and the 50-year anniversary. So, and it looks like a very inclusive, exclusive issue. So if you're really into it, you should pick that up. Now, granted, it's going to cost a little more than the average one, but it's really worth it. Okay, so I was kind of disappointed about that because I kind of thought they might actually interview some people, like actually legit interview some people about them being on the show before, but they didn't do that. Um, so um, okay, a major con for me. Well, kind of two of them, but put together. Okay, they did a whole section or talked about all the weddings on YNR, not everyone, but a lot of them, and they showed the different gowns through the ages, and so I appreciate that. But then, okay, the one thing is they did cover the Mariah thing, Tessa and Mariah, but I swear to God, they had the section, and it was like a little bitty section for 2 minutes, 3 minutes tops. Then they talk about everything else. I'm not kidding you. 2 or 3 minutes entirely. Okay, this is a huge deal. Okay, because this is the first gay lesbian wedding on television ever, and they give it 2 minutes of coverage. Now, I guess I'm happy about the 2 minutes of coverage, but I wish it wasn't been more. Um, as for the This was a pro, but I kind of wish it wasn't because it's on a side note. They did talk about people who passed away who were on the soap, and they mentioned Jeannie Cooper, who played Catherine Chancellor for the whole time, pretty much. They gave her a little bit, but then they really focused on Christophe St. John a lot. And I appreciate that, but it's kind of sad because the people in that section had to be passed away, died before that happened. So it's not really a yay moment. But um I don't know. I think it's really odd that first of all that Sean Dominic was in there and his title was Dr. Nate Hastings. So are they unaware that he's not a doctor anymore or what? Or I don't know. I don't know what they were trying to do with that. And then also, the fact that Brian James was in the interview, but the way they treat him on the soap is like they don't treat him like a leading man, in my opinion, because for one, he's in the scenes and stuff, but his main storylines are either with Abby, which is fine, or the whole thing with Lily has been going on for months and months and months, and that's the only focus he's been. What about all his other stuff that he used to do? What about the fact that he wants to run the company and whatever? And what is it? And I'm gonna tap into a section that most people don't talk about. Although some people have talked about it, but I'm really gonna dive in on this one. The fact that why can't there ever be a black owned business? Why? What's wrong with it? Like, what is so wrong having a black owned business? What's so wrong about having a black doctor? Okay, because Take Nate Hastings, for example, now played by Sean Dominic. Okay? Sean Dominic is not the person I have a problem with. I have a problem with the way the role was written and then done with. Okay? Because he's a doctor. Okay? And then because of what happened with Devon, he supposedly hurt his hand, so he can't be a surgeon anymore. So he's not a doctor anymore. So you take him from that, a prestigious position, to now he's working with the Newmans, which, okay, he's still in the business world. But first of all, you take a guy who used to be in the medical field, put him in the business world, okay? And then also he's working for a white family. whether or not you want to admit it, it's true. He's working for white people now. Why? What's wrong with him? And what's so wrong with Devon and Lily having a company that was headed by their father before he died? What's wrong with that? I don't know. And you know, I mean, some people would say I'm woke, which I hate that word. Because I look at it as aware. And yes, I've been aware of racial differences and differences in general my whole life. Why? Because I'm disabled. How more different can you get? So am I aware? Yes. I've been aware since the age of 8, 10 about differences. So yeah, I am. Okay. Moving on to today's episode. Well, we're now into the crawl of the anniversary party, which is it's going on three days today. 3 days. Okay. Yeah, you're 50 years old, but you could have gotten away with 2 days. Although I do have to give them the credit because they moved on with the storylines. Although some of the people they had on the gala, it doesn't make any sense because, okay, case number 1, there was Nina, Chance's mother. Okay, so you're gonna have Chance's mother there, but have no mention of Chance, none. And when they do mention it, which was for 2 seconds again, they said, "Oh, I don't know, he's on a lookout or something like police business." They didn't even give a location. Then, then they don't have Doug Davidson because I don't want to go into all that, but everyone knows why he wasn't there. Okay, all right. So they give him the storyline that he had to go to Portugal for something. Okay, so you give a guy who was supposed to be a character, but you minimalized him, no location whatsoever. You put his mother in there, and then you give a person who's a complete, I could say some language, okay? And you give him a specified location. Explain that to me, please. Okay, number 2. Let's carry over from yesterday a little bit. Okay, Tessa and Mariah. Somebody asked them point blank, where are they? In Portland. Okay, now they have pictures of the baby as of yesterday. Okay, so granted, yay, you've moved ahead. Now they have a physical baby, supposedly. Okay, all right, whatever. But why aren't they on the soap? Why aren't you writing for them? Why don't you want to make them a couple? You know they have the biggest fan base of all the couples you have. I mean, Taraya, for Christ's sake. And you can't have them on screen? Why? It just baffles me. I'm sorry. Like I said, I like the soap. I do. But I just don't like the way they handle some things. And when it's glaringly obvious. So, alright. Thank you guys. I'll do another one on B&B because B&B was really good today too. Okay, bye.